What is going on, everyone? My name is Northy, and this is the well-awaited second album update for Teamcoach 2023. The first one is, I think, the most popular video, if not very close to the most popular video of the year. It's currently sitting at over 8,000 views, over 135 likes, 138 if I'm being specific. So if we can even get a fraction of that love on this one, that'd be so appreciated. You do not understand. This is something that I've been kind of putting off because I've wanted it to be as impressive as I possibly can make it. It's not complete, however, I am really proud of the amount that I have managed to get since the last one, particularly for one set. If you have made any contact with me, you should be able to know which one that is. But I am so keen to get started with this one, man. So many great pulls throughout the year, so many cards that you don't actually know of until this video. So I'm keen to get into it for you guys, and we are going to not waste any more time. It is a bit interrupted at times, and it may be a bit dark for the first half of it. I realized as I was filming it, probably should have had a bit more light going on in the background, but it should be alright. It gets the gist of it, and I tell you basically about everything, so hopefully you guys are excited, man. I'm excited to put this one up for you guys. I know that it has been a long time coming, so without further ado, here are the books.
You're right. So here we go. This is everything that we had last time. The books are a bit thicker. Everything is looking interesting. I got my friends here are just as excited apparently, but here we are, all four here. This is going to be, I guess, exciting for you guys. Last time, I was very proud of where I was up to. I still thought I could have done a little better, but now I'm feeling really good about how I've done. I have been working real hard to try and get this collection up. You can see my shadow in the background. It is night, so we are working with some pretty abysmal lighting, but it's all good. We're fine, we're fine. We're gonna go through the first one here. I can't remember what it was like when I did it the first time around. I'll have to watch the video later, but I have gotten all the commons here. I think when I did the first one, all the commons are already done. Those are already all finished up, but the difference this time, I have organized all the silvers. All the silvers have been done. It is the thickest book I think you will ever see. The pages, like the entire album doesn't actually fit. It just does not want to stay there. It is, it is bending, but all the silvers, you can flip to any page except one. There's one page that hasn't been completed, but all of this here, and I know exactly where it is too, and I know exactly the player. I would say, just if anyone's got it, send it my way. But honestly, with Northy's month of Teamcoach coming up, if I don't get this player, I won't know what to do. But you can see there, as I flip through, all the silvers and commons, one page each. Lovely stuff for sure. And maybe someday this will be what my gold album looks like, but I will show you that very soon. Gold is, I don't think I'm going to finish it this year. I think it's going to be the one collection I don't finish this year. And it's not because I don't like the collection, it's purely because the collection is so hard, man. It's just like last year's canvas. Oh, there he is, Errol Goulden. The only one I haven't, for some reason, got. I don't know how. I must have missed him in the past. I feel like I've definitely had to have pulled him. I've gotten so many packs this year. The fact that I haven't just pulled this one player is crazy. I don't know how, but the rest of it, you can see right here. For a while, I was missing Bailey Scott, and I literally just did not believe it. I could not, because it's North Melbourne. I've entered so many Teamcoach breaks for North Melbourne that I don't know how I missed Bailey Scott, but I found him, and we chucked him in there. But you can see here, these are all the women's players, and they do not have silvers, so they do not have any on the back. That's all good though. That is album number one, and Jesus, man, that thing is absolutely bulking. That thing is big, but we don't worry about that anymore. We go to this one. Now this one is the second biggest one, and has some pretty cool cards in there. I will quickly show you. I have not completed my Star Powers collection. I've been kind of lazy with it, but at the same time, I have been putting my focus completely into a different collection, which I feel like is one of the largest at the moment, at least that I've seen. I'm sure someone has completed it, but it is the largest of this collection I've seen in a good while, and for good reason, because it's very difficult. But Star Powers here, I have mainly just got a lot of Team Star Powers. Those have been the ones I really try to keep. The only ones I don't have are ones that I trade off for, like cards that I'm kind of looking for. You can see there, just purely off of almost just pulling cards. I've done a few trades here and there, like when I won Jason Collectibles Legend of the Month. Shout out Jason Collectibles, of course, we love him. But I got a few Star Powers from him and chucked him in here as well. I think we got this Dylan Shield from him, so shout out him for that. But A lot of star power is still missing. Here's a full page. That's nice to see. You can see still side bottom up the top there. Who we got? We got Took down here. I think this is like the biggest page at the moment. Doesn't have many at the front, but at the back you see we got Noah Anderson, Jared Witts, Cogs. We got ourselves Tom Green as well. Lots over there. Let's see what we got here. Oh, 4 here too. We got Petraka, Oliver, Bruce, Sicily. Putting Sicily in the team this week. Quick little tease up for tomorrow's video, but I actually have 3 team star powers for North. I think one of them is just still in a top loader. Goes to show you just how many cards I deal with. My favorite team, a good box hit, and I don't even have them in the album yet. I am lazy. I am just purely lazy. We will get that sorted soon. But still some missing star powers here. Oh, there's some good ones here as well. We've got a lot of Richmond. Jack Steele did well for me. Travis Bowe. 3 more back here. Luke Parker has been around for quite some time. Tim Kelly, who's been kind of nice actually this season for me. Star powers in general actually hasn't been too good for me this year. I won't lie. But I'm hoping that changes this week. I'm confident it does. We got Bont here as well. Bont is going to be good. I'm going to really enjoy having him in. But that is it for star powers. So still a bit to go there. Then we go over to AFL Fantasy Favorites. And it's actually filling up a little quicker than I kind of expected. Or filling up a bit more than I expected. Because again, haven't really been looking out for these ones. Just purely off of the stuff that I pulled. This is what I got. At least I'm pretty sure that's the case for most of them. You can see here just missing the 1 for Brisbane here. We go here just missing the 1 for Collingwood. It's not Nick Dacos somehow. Dacos has actually been kind of common for me this year for Fantasy Favorites. Bit weird, but then we go here. Missing 3. For some reason, Gold Coast is too difficult for me. Don't ask me why. We just move to the next one, and you can see lots of North here. Got all the Melbourne, missing 1 Hawthorn. Next one, we see missing 2 Richmond and a Port Adelaide. Got the St Kilda ones. Richmond, I only just recently got this pressed here too. Weird, just weird how it all works. Then last page, missing a Dogs and missing a West Coast. So, you know, it is what it is, but we keep moving. Fortunately, had to move back into the usual setup because things happened, but we've got ourselves here, the odd bods. I think this is what I was up to. Odd bod. Same kind of goes with odd bods for the fantasy favorites. This is all just stuff that I've pulled. I haven't like primarily or actively chased this type of stuff. This has all basically been things that I've pulled, and I won't really be looking out for it until I've finished a certain collection, or I pull all of them naturally, who knows. But that's all the odd bods. Scanlins took me a little bit of time. The one that I was looking for, I think, was Dusty. Was the one that took me a while, but got that one. And obviously earlier on in the year, we got a really big one. We got this one's retro, which I'll show off in a sec, but that is all for Scanlins. And then Best and Fairest. Best and Fairest is a little bit of a fun one because you've got all the silver ones here, and we've got the silver ones at the back here as well. But the cool thing is I have the shiny gold ones on the back of all of them too. You can see here, that's 6 out of 9. And over here, also 6 out of 9. We've got 2 in each row. So I know I've got 3 more coming. So I think it's Sydney, Hawthorn, and then one of these 3. I can't remember which one, but this gold Best and Fairest set is nearly done. And most of this, I've traded for a few as of late, but a few of them have been pulled. Like I pulled the Collingwood one, which is probably good. Pulled the Richmond one. I think I pulled it twice, which is quite lucky. But then obviously trades with you guys helps me out a ton and will definitely help me out with the rest of what it was in this album. But that is it for that. That was the second biggest album. Now we go to what is quite possibly my favorite album, which is not this one. It's this one. This one is my favorite because I have been smashing out this set so hard. And you would know it if you've interacted with me, tried to trade with me, you would know exactly what this book entails. It's my wildcard collection. You can see here, I'm at 8 out of 9 for the first page. I just recently got this Ginnivan. Really nice to get a Collingwood one. Collingwoods are just so tough to get sometimes. You have to overpay for them, overtrade, do whatever you can to get them because they just have value naturally. Same kind of goes with Richmond. I think Essendon a little bit, but I haven't had too much trouble with Essendon as of late. But yeah, looking through all of these, there's Jack Sinclair, Tim English, Todd Marshall I've had for basically the whole year. Rich, CJ, Cam Zoha I only recently got, but now I've also got a double of them because of course, 3 missing spots here. This one will be West Coast, so I believe, oh, who is this? Is it Tom Barras? Yeah, it'll be Tom. Sydney will be Chad Warner, who I actually recently purchased, so don't have to worry about that for too much longer. This one, what's after Port Adelaide, man? I keep forgetting. Hold on, I'm gonna do a cheat. Richmond, how can I forget Richmond? But obviously, Noah Bolter, tough one to get. But now we go over to the next page. Look at him just staring through. You know exactly who that is. We got this page here. 8 out of 9 for this one too, and wouldn't you guess it,
we're missing Collingwood. I actually just recently traded with someone to get the Jack Crisp Star wildcard. So shout out to you. You just messaged me beforehand saying you were keen as to see this album update. So here you go, mate. You got a shout out in it as well. Collingwood Jack Crisp is on its way. So this will be my first completed page of wildcards. This Star wildcard page. Then we go to the next one. This one's looking a bit more empty though. Only 4 out of 9. At least we got the North, we got the Richmond as well, but I've probably got some of these ones coming soon. If not, I gotta get on it. This is looking a bit empty compared to the rest of them, I think is what I'm trying to say. But then we go to what I think is actually turned into my favorite set of the year. I love them. I really do. Rookie wildcards are beautiful. This one, however, was a pain. Had to pay ridiculous amount to get him. Although, and it was considered a good price at the time. I think it still is, to be fair. But Nick Dacos, obviously a lot being talked about him. If you manage to pull him, keep him. Do not trade him away, especially if you're trying to complete this collection. This is a tough collection to complete. But if you get this Nick Dacos, if you pull him, do not trade him. Do not do that. Nick Dacos, very good there. But 7 out of 9 here, missing Wilmot, who I think is on the way, and Motlop, who is also on the way. So I think this page is going to be complete soon. And then you look at this one. This one's 7 out of 9 too, so I'm nearly done with the rookie wildcards. Sam Darcy, who has like evaded me throughout the year. There's been times where I've wanted to get him, and he's been picked up before I could get him, or I didn't have the funds or the trading materials to get him, whatever it may be. It just never happened. And then we've also got... I've just realised I've messed up. I can't count. This is meant to be Gibcus's spot. So you're watching a live change up, I guess. This is supposed to be Gibcus's spot. Do not have Josh Gibcus. So it's a shame, but we'll get him eventually as well. I really, really am looking out for him. Try my best. I've been close to trading for him sometimes, but obviously as a Richmond rookie, it's hard to get him for a good one. But this one, gallery wildcards have also been very, very nice this year. I like these ones too. The new wildcard sets have actually been some of my favorites. I love them, like really clean looking design. It's got similar looks to last year's wildcard gradient look. It's just a very, very nice pattern. And very recently I got Joe Danaher from Jason Collectibles. Shout out again to you. Tex, I think I pulled on a YouTube short. Got Pendlebury, I managed to get in a trade. Basically got it for $15, which is actually a pretty decent price for Scott Pendlebury. I've seen him recently from some people for 20, but it's very hard to get him for 20. So if you see it, I'd say scoop it off of that. But I got him for 15 basically. Just managed to trade for him, and then what I did was purchase the card. I'll purchase the card that I traded off for him. So I basically only spent 15 bucks and got Scott Pendlebury. So it was good. Nat Fife, I think I pulled. Josh Kelly, I got very recently. I think I said in the video as well, this one I got and thought it was a double. It wasn't, so that was a beautiful surprise. And then we go to the last wild card page, and gallery wild card, Ben Cunnington, of course. Jonas, I pulled a couple times. Crouch got in a trade, and then a nice looking 3 at the bottom. Bont has been around a bit. I've seen him a few times. Shuey, not so much, but obviously Dusty, the big one that's missing. Definitely going to be the hardest one to get. I don't know if he'll be the last one that I get, but I know he's going to be probably a decision that I either have to make, I have to bite the bullet and just purchase, or I get lucky and pull him in Northy's month the team coach. I do not know, but I'm hopeful that I get him, man. I really am. But that is all for the wild card. You can see here I've got my card craft collection. Lots of missing ones you'll find, but first page looking nice. This page, like I said, this one's looking a little empty, only the 4. Then we go to this. Collingwood, I'm actually surprised I have almost all the Collingwood card crafts. Very, very hard to get Collingwood cards at a good rate, and so card craft has been my lucky exception. Then we go over to the next one. Essendon is one that I've been struggling to get. Only just got the Darcy Parish recently. Freo there, we got Geelong, Gold Coast, not much Gold Coast this year. This page only has the 1. There you are, Lockie Whitfield, how you doing, mate? Then we go to this one, lots of Hawthorn, completed the Melbourne, nearly completed all the Melbourne. We've only got a 3 North Melbourne card crafts. I think I've just got a lot of Jysink doubles. Check the next one, lots of Port, couple Richmond, we've got a lot of St Kilda, looks like a Jay Gresham, don't have any of the other one, can't remember who. We've got Sydney here, we've got a little bit of West Coast, and then a lot of the Dogs as well. Fully completed Bailey Smith, so that's good. But you can see just behind it, my Fantasy Joys collection. This is another case where we've got a double box hit, basically finishing off the book You see here, I've got Adelaide, Brisbane, Rio, GWS. So only the 4 on the first page. Very, very lucky to have pulled this one recently. Good whenever you can pull a Richmond or Collingwood card, because usually people try and oversell those. For this one, it's the case that Dusty's on it, and Shea's pretty popular too. And for Collingwood, it's the case that it's the Dacos brothers. So if you pull them, again, hold on to them as best you can if you're trying to finish off the set. Very hard, very, very hard to finish off sets if you're missing Collingwood or Richmond. So if you pull them, count yourself lucky. But this is book number 3. And then my last book, which I'm going to go through very briefly because I haven't really put too much effort into this one, is my gold collection. The good thing about my gold collection this year, I pulled a fair bit of Collingwood. I've actually pulled a fair bit of Collingwood. I think having codes on the back of them has been one of the most useless things because they're codes for top team. And like, cool, I guess, but you just have to collect all the best and fairest cards, which isn't really too difficult to do if you're collecting like I am. Like, they kind of just come naturally. But I'd also say that like gold cards, it's just a nice looking collection if you complete it. Gold, obviously, they put a lot of effort into it. I think they're better than the canvas cards like last year. I think just the added shine, just make it a shiny set, honestly. It makes it look fun, makes it look cool, but you can see here, it is quite empty, so that's why I'm kind of going through it quickly. But if you traded with me and gave me a gold, you may have seen it come up. There is all of them. Now, the final part of this album update are all the cards that I haven't got in my albums, which means they are case hit or higher. So I'm keen to show you guys these ones. But first off, I have mentioned him a fair few times already in this video, but I thought I'd show it off. He's a big man of the YouTube scene. I just want to show off this Jason Collectibles card again. I know for a lot of people he's an inspiration to them, but he was definitely an inspiration to me. He was one of the first people that I actually started watching when I started getting back into the football card scene back in 2021. So the fact that I'm as close to him as I am, even just being able to talk to him on a semi-regular basis is super cool. Having cards like this from last year and this year is just super cool. Shout out to Jason, man. If you don't know him already, which I don't know how you'd be here if you don't know him as well, but Jason Collectibles on YouTube, absolute legend for sure. Thought I'd give him a special shout out because he's been around for such a long time, definitely deserves the praise, and yeah, just an absolute legend. But now that that's out the way, I'll go through a few things. So first off, I've got a few that are out here. These are actually the double wild cards I have. This one is already gone. This one is part of a giveaway. Shout out to Bella. We've got these two here are my only wild card doubles now, but there have been some times where I've had a fair few. So I know that wild cards a lot of people are looking out for, but hit me up. I'm going to try my best to make a list of what I need left. You've obviously seen the album, and I've tried my best to talk about all the ones that I don't have yet. So that's all there. I will try and make some kind of Instagram post at Northy AFL. Go follow me over there. I will try and make some Instagram post telling you guys exactly what I'm missing, but let's stop worrying about that. We've got some case hits to go over. Now, there will be one that is quite noticeable, or one thing that's quite noticeable, and I have a lot of a certain case hit, and I'm not sure why it's the case, but we'll start off with the one that I've actually pulled most recently, and that's Isaac Smith Trophy Wildcard. I pulled this one last week on the channel. This one was a beautiful pull. I'm not sure how many are out in circulation, but Isaac Smith and Norm Smith-Mellis is not a bad one to pull, man. That is a very, very nice one for sure. Super cool to have any trophy wildcards. Matter of fact, pulling them is just super cool, and I'm hoping maybe that I can pull an extra one as the Northy's Once the Teamcoach comes around. So, beautiful stuff there, having Isaac Smith. Now we'll go to the next one, which is just a Ben Cunnington. Now, this is one of 4 that I'm really aiming to get. I traded, I believe, for this Ben Cunnington, and I definitely don't regret it. It's a North Melbourne Gold wildcard. You can't be too mad about that as a North fan specifically. Gotta love it. Ben Cunnington is not the only one that I have. I also have Paul Curtis Gold wildcard. Again, super happy that I've got half of the North Melbourne Gold wildcard. Again, it's not over until I've got all of them in my mind. I really want to try and pull, or just even get all the North Melbourne Gold wildcards. So I still need Jai Simpkin and Cam Zerha. Those are the last 2 I need, and maybe I can get him with this next one. This Noah Anderson Gold Magic wildcard. This Gold Magic wildcard here is one that I actually just got for a cheap price. I literally just got him for a good price, and so maybe I can trade him off for a Jai Simpkin or a Cam Zerha. Could be at a comparable range. So that's the only good thing about being a North fan at the moment is that their cards are quite cheap. It's not hard to get them, and so I'm just super happy that Noah Anderson should be on the way. And I'm so keen for next year, man. Rookie wildcards next year. Sheezel, Wardlaw, if one of them are a wildcard, I will be so happy. I hope they bring back rookie wildcards just Bashizel, and Wardlaw. That'll be so good. But Noah Anderson, Magic Wildcard. Very happy with that one. I did also pull a Jack Sinclair Magic Wildcards. I've gotten 2 gold Magic Wildcards this year. And I think I also got Todd Marshall. Yeah, I traded Todd Marshall off as well. So that was also very funny. I think that's for the Cunnington. I've just remembered. Lovely. But I traded off that Jack Sinclair for this behemoth of a pull. Gold Dustin Martin. This is a card that I don't even have in its regular form yet. So the fact I managed to trade for its gold is just awesome in my opinion. Shout out to, I think it was Tom. I traded the gold Magic Jack Sinclair for this one. When he offered it to me, I was like, wow, I can't believe I've got this. This is awesome. I hope the Jack Sinclair was worth it, mate. You clearly were very, very excited for him because you were trading off the gold Dustin Martin for him. So I am super happy that I have this one in my collection because gold Dustin Martin, if you remember 2021, that trophy wild card, getting the gold version of that, my God. So this just gives me memories to that, and it's so cool having him in my possession here in the gold version, not even in the regular version. It's crazy. But last one, considered the rarest in terms of odds, and I still haven't gotten rid of it. It is the retro Paddy Dangerfield that I pulled damn near at the start of the year, and this is the rarest pull that I've gotten so far this year. Obviously not the rarest pull out of all the Teamcoach. That goes to the Gold Trophy Wildcard, which I have not gotten yet. I will get it eventually when I have the funds, or if I manage to get lucky enough to pull it. Who knows? Gold Nick Dacos would be an absolute godsend. If that happens, I won't know what to do with myself, but Paddy Dangerfield is a great retro card to pull. Super happy I got this one. Retro's just been, oh sorry, not retro, Scanlens has just been good to me this year. I can't be too mad with Scanlens at all, but some notable ones that are missing. I am yet to trade for a Neon Star Powers. I have not gotten a single one this year. I have not pulled it. I have not traded for it. I have not bought one. Not a single Neon Star Powers, which is actually kind of surprising considering that I've wanted to get Star Powers prize cards all year. So like, you'd think it'd be smart for me to do so, but no, of course I wouldn't do that. So Neon is one that I'm missing, and also, like I mentioned, Gold Trophy Wildcard. Have not pulled one, have not purchased one. I did purchase one in 2022, so 2023, if I don't pull one, I will purchase one. And they're going around for some decent prices at the moment. Some of the lower end ones like Took Miller, Andy Brasher, I think I've also seen for some pretty low prices. There's a few that here and there that are quite cheap, so I will be on the lookout for those ones. But that is everything. I hope this video lived up to your expectations, and if we do a third one, which depending on how this video does, if it is even comparable to the last one, there absolutely will be a number 3, and there's a good chance even just completing the wildcard set. If I complete that one, then you guys will definitely be getting a third update. Absolutely. I will just want to show that one off all the time. I'll be talking about it all the time because it's such a cool set, man. I love the wild cards this year. They're so good. But if you guys enjoyed this video and are excited to see what the update looks like for the third time, be sure to leave a like on this one. I need as much support as you possibly can give me for this one. This is just a hobby at the end of the day. I love collecting cards. It's so much fun in my opinion. And obviously, from the way that you guys have been reacting to this stuff, it's clearly a big hobby for you guys too, and it's awesome to have that community and have those people to trade with and people who you can talk stuff like this with them. It's just super cool. It's just so much fun. And so hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys continue to enjoy these videos for as long as I'm putting them out there. It's all very much appreciated, man. You don't realize how much I appreciate being able to upload videos and now turning it into a little bit like of a hobby slash job in a way. It's weird. I've really worked hard this year and over the last couple of months especially to be putting out this content for you guys, and so I'm hopeful that you guys are appreciating it. And before I get too like over the top with my talk, I'm gonna finish up there. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. You can tell we do a lot here, so it'll definitely be worth it. Also, if you want to support me in any other way, becoming a member is the best way to do it. Just press the join button either on your phone or on the computer, whichever way you're watching it. Or on the TV, who knows? How do you watch me? Let me know in the comments. That's my little comment thing for this one. Let me know in the comments, how do you watch my videos? But nonetheless, thank you all so much for watching on whatever platform you're doing so. Thank you all so much. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.